So I haven't done a food forest video in a while, basically because it's kind of cold and there's nothing to really talk about. Last week it was 85, and this week it's in the 20s at night. Thankfully, a lot of the trees started to open, but before they fully opened, we got the cold snap. So maybe this year we'll kind of miss that last freeze, so to speak, to have a very successful and fruitful year. But I am once again experimenting out here in the side food forest that used to be our Mittlighter gardening system. And I wanted to show you something that I'm experimenting with. And I checked online. I couldn't find anybody that's doing this. So this could be a catastrophic, colossal failure. But let me show you what I'm doing. I wanted to make you all aware that from now until the end of the month, IV Organics is offering a free, its 8th annual free fig cutting giveaway. And if you use Texas10 as a discount code, you'll get 10% off. We once again donated fig cuttings to IV Organics. I want to thank IV Organics for all the support, and I appreciate all that they do and their products. I use all their products on my trees. Go over, check them out. They're giving away free fig cuttings until February 20th. So the super awesome guys that roast all of the Texas Boys coffee here locally, they have provided me with 3 bags of the mystery item here. And for those of you that don't know what this is the coffee chaff. This is the skin of the coffee bean that comes off in the roasting process. And I could find lots of information of people that compost this, and it's very nutrient dense and all that stuff. But what I want to attempt to do, and like I said, this could be a catastrophic failure, but I couldn't find anybody that's doing it. And there could be a very good reason why nobody's doing it. But I wanted to use this as a mulch because the biggest challenge I have here with this drip bed system between the blueberries and the strawberries are the weeds always kind of encompass it and take it over. And I've experimented with cardboard and different things. And now that I kind of have an endless supply of chaff, I'm going to start mulching my trees with the coffee chaff and see how it does. And I'll report back. And then I'm also going to line my rows here so that the weeds that are in the rows don't take over. So the weeds don't take the garden. But this is my experiment. We're doing lots of things with different types of ground cover. Here are figs and comfrey, and that comfrey did a great job at suppressing all the weeds in that row. We're using strawberry and mint, and the mint is very invasive. But the nice thing about the mint is it smells wonderful, and it helps with reducing the pest pressure. And you can just rip it out and chuck it, so you can kind of control it. Same thing with the comfrey is if you want to decrease the comfrey pressure, we just either chop and drop it or chop it and feed it to the chickens over there. So these are some of the stacking methods. And now we have access to coffee chaff. I can get 3 or 4 bags a week and at zero cost. And it doesn't get thrown away, doesn't get thrown out. We can reuse it. And so this is the food forest experiment. And someday soon here, I got to take some video of the greatest part of our survival food forest, and that would be our pasture where the cows are. The cows have been calving, and I want to get you over there to check that out. But that's the main source of our food forest, or shall I call a food pasture. But I am experimenting with just mulching the base of these blueberry bushes with the coffee chaff, and probably in a couple months, I'll report back and let you all know what the outcome is. So I'll take you down this row. These are all different collector fig trees, but you can see how the comfrey kind of grew perfectly. And like I said, we would either chop and drop it or chop it and feed it to the chickens. And then as the cold weather hit it, it would die down like this, like a perfect suppressive mulch. And this worked absolutely perfect in this row, suppressing all of the ginormous Texas weeds. It kind of worked absolutely perfect. It didn't quite work that way. I keep dividing the comfrey and spreading it out. Didn't quite work that way in the other rows. So we're implementing the coffee chaff. And I'm sure there's going to be a bunch of people that say you can't do that, and that's going to mess it all up. But, it's an experiment, and we just supplement with the berries, so it's not the end of the world if the experiment doesn't work. A lot of my experiments don't work, but the only way that you can find out if it works is to do it.